4, 3, 2, 1, launch.
Feels like something's going down. 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 I've got people standing next to me. Oh, some smile, some disagree. But with everything we do and we say, oh, the music gets in, the music gets in. Feels like something's going down. 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 Will the people standing next to me? Oh, some smile, some disagree. But with everything we do and we say, oh, the music gets in, the music gets deep. Feels like something's going down. 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 Woo! Woo! Ha ha ha! Woo! Hello! Hello! Good evening, Waybackers. Feels like there's something going down tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Adam Carter, and these are the Wayback Sessions. Well, that is Tempe Sour. That's going to be who's hanging out with us this evening. As always, join in the conversation, join in the chat. We're going to be monitoring as we go through the evening. So if you have any snarky comments for the band or interesting ones or, comments for the studio, let us know. Obviously, there is that description link or the donation link in the descriptions if you feel so inclined. But really, if you're watching and you enjoy it, subscribe to the channel and, hit that like button. It's free. Real quick, I do want to throw a shout out to Phoenix's own KWSS 93.9. They've been helping push this show out locally here in Phoenix, and really, really grateful. I want to show everybody something real quick because I do kind of come in with notes. I try to be somewhat prepared, but tonight, can you see this? Tonight, my notes came in as violin music. I don't know exactly what to do with this, but we'll get through. So, hey, welcome, Tempe Sour. Wow, feels like something's going down. Something is going down. So you know what? Hit us with another tune. Hit us with another tune right off the bat. Let's go.
This one's called Bobby Peru. Bobby Peru, that's what they call him as they walk on up. Now big tuna Bobby's at the one-eyed jacks, looking to stir things up. Bobby Peru. A mouthful of trouble and a voice full of spit. He got a big dummy right out of big tuna honey. And you know he's legit. Bobby, the girl. Bobby Peru, just like the country don't mind if I do. It took a double-barrel shotgun and a sheriff who just caught him, and it got Shelly too. Now Bobby. Bobby Peru. Brother Bobby Peru. Brother Bobby Peru. Brother Bobby Peru.
Yeah. Yes. Bobby Peru. So, Tempe Sour. Shane on guitar here. You're flanked by some lovely ladies and kind of a funky dude on bass here. And, you guys go back in the valley quite a bit. Let's talk about a little bit of that background in the music world here.
All right.
Yeah, it's on you, man.
Probably Chris. He's been around probably in most of the bands.
Yeah, but
more of the popular bands. But yes, we definitely go back to when the Hollywood Alley started, and playing in Local 118 and Fungi's, and it's been a long time.
Hey, eat that mic for me when we're
Sure.
chatting.
Sure.
Yeah. No. So it goes back, and then I know that Lisa and Leslie go back to Burning Bush back in the
Right.
day. Yeah, tell me about that a little bit.
Well, I joined Burning Bush when I was 18, and they just called Milano's Music looking for a drummer, and I was like, okay. I joined, and
Were you working there, or did you have?
I was taking lessons, and they called to see if there were any female drummers, and they gave her my name, and that's how I joined the band, and that's how
Then
I.
we took her on the road to San Francisco, and
That's
she was
right.
too young to get in the bar, so we had to set up and then like do sound check, and then me and her had to go like next door while
Right.
like
I couldn't be in the bar
till it was time to play.
There's always somebody too young to get
Yeah,
into the
right.
bar, right? Always,
We
always.
had a lot of fun.
You know,
yeah.
one of the things that I've been loving a whole lot is we have had so much female talent in the room. And I'm loving that it courses through the veins of everything that we've been doing in on this show and in the Valley. You know, it's really, really, really neat. So, Chris, I haven't heard you say much at all. I mean, they're talking about you.
I met Leslie and Lisa. I think I might have been at the Sun Club, and when they were playing in Burning Bush, and I was in Vivid Squid.
So, and you've been in like 1,800 bands since then as well, right? I mean, and some of my favorites. It's going back. If anybody. This is kind of a sidetrack, but maybe not. But I spent some time out of the country, and I was making these vlog videos for my family, wife, Kat, while I was gone. And Chris was a part of a band called the Mojo Farmers, and made one of my absolute favorite videos while I was in Africa, using their music because I love the band so much. And you guys had me up on stage to sit in at some point, so that's like always near and dear to my heart. So how did the four of you end up in the same room together with this band, Tempe Sour?
Because we live in South Tempe, so we all kind of ride bikes around in a circle
I
until
think,
somebody joins in, and then like we just go to one of our houses and we like jam out.
Okay.
We were playing these afternoon shows at the Yucca Tap Room, and Chris was showing up to like all our shows, and then he doesn't really play bass until.
Oh, he
see him
does.
Now he plays amazing. He plays amazing bass, but he's not
He just
really.
never told anyone.
Yes. So he said I could be the bass player of your band, and we thought, well, I'm not sure. You play great slide guitar and guitar, but and he came over, and
I was like,
it took him one practice to
To show you what he's
show
got.
us that he could
for
do it.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear another tune. Let's slide into something.
All right.
Right.
Floor is yours.
People at night. This one's about all the people around Tempe late at night. People at night.
They walk along the arm of electrical lights. They set the flies in the daytime, the people at night. Out on the streets, they got sirens with violence. They catch the flies in the daytime, the people at night. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Wild boars cause
Yeah, that's right.
That's sour.
Man, you guys bring a lot of energy to the table. I mean, really, really. So tell me about the influences that you bring. Really, who is the main songwriter, or is there one? Is it a collaborative effort? Where do the lyrics come from? I know I just threw you like 5 questions, but talk to me about the influences, because there's blues and there's funk, and then there's like something going back there that's a little creepy. Like in a good way.
I think
You're funny.
I think the year we were born.
Eat that mic.
We're not quite all the way back to the 70s, but we do have a little of that in our memories. So I think a lot of 80s, 90s bands. I loved a lot of Primus, a lot of 9 Inch Nails,
Yeah, so I was
Chili Peppers.
I was gonna say in like almost an industrial overtone occasionally, but it's not like it's an overtone, not a saturated influence. But punk is not so much.
Yes.
Okay, so yes.
these
Yeah,
guys.
for me, yeah.
Yeah, you watch yourself,
We are
Shane.
all so different. That's what's really cool. Yeah, we're all like really different. We're all like, I have a lot of punk and industrial background, and basically too like blues and just old acoustic stuff. Even I have a lot of influences, and then Shane comes from a whole different planet.
Yeah.
Then we got Chris and Leslie. I mean, we're just like amalgamation of.
Yeah, Lisa, it's fun to listen to you and Shane go back and forth, because I can't always like exactly anticipate who's going to take that solo, and then I hear it and I'm like, wait a minute, and then you slip over and I'm like, oh, it's happening back there, and
It's mostly him, and then I like to throw in a little off timings, and I like my influences are like Adrian Belew and like all kinds of cool guitarists, and then
yes.
Shane has cool guitar influences that are like beyond, I don't even know what he does over there on his space pedal board.
Yeah, no, he's got a big one, and we're gonna get into gear, and there's one question I really wanted to get into here in a little bit, but before we do that, I do want to know a little bit about your guitar, because as we've been, it's beautiful. And do you have P90s in that?
These are all original pickups, and this is an 80s Fender Elite Telly.
Okay.
And I bugged my friend
they
for
are
like
active.
6 years to sell me this guitar, and he's like, no. And finally, this is gonna date me. But back when Steve Morris's Music Man
Yes.
blue guitar came
100%.
out, he fell in love with
Absolutely.
it, bought one, and I was like, can I buy the green one? Can I buy the green one? And he's like, sure.
Want the green
And he
Telly.
was in love with the blue one, and I got this
And-
one with my very first tax return for $350.
See, these are the stories. This
Yeah.
is why we get into this, because
Yeah.
everything has
And then
a
I
story.
joined my first band,
Which was?
Sugar Babies.
Uh,
Way back then.
so you've been rocking that guitar with
Oh,
your
yes.
bands for a
This-
long time.
This is my fave.
Oh, well, it sounds great.
Thank you.
So we've got a few more things to get into, like 2 more hours. What did we talk about? This was going till midnight. Is that so? You guys you did say
Actually,
you
we
had
took off work we took off work, so we're free.
right? No, you did
We
say you
are
had
free.
48 songs to play tonight or something. So you know what? Let's go ahead and hit another one, and then we're gonna talk about something crazy.
Well, this is not about the pandemic, but this is love disease.
coming down here. 'Cause it's not that love disease. The people always talking, they just don't believe. Whisper in your ear and say they got that love disease. People always talking, they just don't believe. Whisper in your ear and say they got that love disease. Now people always talking, they just don't believe. Whisper in your ear and say they got that love disease. People always talking, they just don't believe. Whisper in your ear and say they got that love disease. Come alive. Every time we touch, my bones moan. Feels like I've been punched. It's hard to breathe when you're on your knees. It's only down here 'cause I've got that love disease. Now people always talking, they just don't believe. Whisper in our ears, say they got that love disease. People always talking, they just don't believe. Whisper in your ears, say they got that love disease. Come on, come on.
Yeah. All right. All right. So, hey, you know what? We haven't, I always forget to do this, so I'm not going to forget to do this right now. Hey, Studio B, are you back there? They're down the hall about 100 yards in a different room. The production crew, that would be Kat and Brian handling things. Studio B, are you there?
Hello, hello. Yes, we are here.
All
We're
right.
here.
Yo, I want to check in with the audience out there. We haven't done that, and we kind of need to. What's going on out there in Chit Chat Land?
Absolutely. Everybody's
Nobody's
talking
watching.
about being on their either computers, their phone, their TVs.
Okay.
It's all sounding groovy. It sounds great.
Yeah,
the
that's-
family's loving it. Janelle Grossmiller, maybe.
Okay.
Great.
Grossmiller.
Do we know Janelle?
Great job. The family loves
Arizona
it.
Distillery.
Nice job, everyone. Everybody's loving it. People are missing dad and stepchild.
Oh.
Milano's music brought back memories.
Yeah.
Sweet Genevieve is on watching at home.
Hi, sweet Genevieve, watching at home.
Genevieve.
Yeah. No. Hey, G, how's it going?
That's right.
I'm glad you're staying up late for this one. We've got the rock and roll ladies in the house. It's an appropriate one.
People are telling me to bring back Stepchild and Missing Dad as well. So we just love all the music.
This next
Good.
song's called Chep's Stepchild.
So let's thank you, Kat, for bringing us up to speed on what's happening. We always need to check in, and sometimes I just get so excited about what's happening that I forget to check in. So pipe in and interrupt me. I'm gonna check my my violin notes again and see what that means, I guess. Thanks, Stephen, by the way. You really confused me tonight. You know what? Tempe Sour, the band that is entertaining us this evening, has a big announcement coming up in April. That's next month, April. And you know what? I don't know if we've heard things or not because they didn't share with me exactly what was going on. But what they did share with me was a cool little promo video they made of introducing their new album, Grasshopper, coming out. Hey, Studio B, Kat, do you have Grasshopper queued up? Cue that up and throw that out to the world.
You're like a light shining bright on the moon. The more that you take, you realize what you love.
Bring it back. So that was the promo for Grasshopper. And I'm just going to say, Tempe Sour, you got something off Grasshopper for me?
Heck yeah.
All right, let's hear it.
Forward as we move, but as we lean back, we relax. We're leaning forward as we move, but as we lean back, we lean back. Now to the past, but as we look back, we relapse. We're looking close now to the past, but as we look back, lean back. Close now to the edge, and as we step back, you relapse. Step back close now to the edge, 'cause when you relapse, lean back. Close now to the edge, and as we step back, we relax. Back up close now to the edge, 'cause when you step You lean back.
That's right. Sounds like you guys know how to play that one. Oh, so tell me, grasshopper. Tell me, grasshopper.
Tell me.
Yeah,
Time?
is that well, it sounds different than some of the other stuff that I've heard. How does that compare with the other, music you've been writing? What got you into this record? What's going on with it?
We hop around a lot.
So we actually have been in the studio. We went back in August and recorded 14 songs at Sound God Studio over in Gilbert. And our buddy Sean LaPointe played in bands with him for years and years. An old friend. Hundreds of tracks, 14 songs. Hours and hours,
but we're only getting
at least 100 hours.
Yeah, but we're only getting 7 on Grasshopper. 7. So what does that mean for the other 7?
Another 7 songs on another CD coming out this summer.
That's right.
We did them all.
Man, I love the energy you guys are bringing. It is so cool. So, I want to get back into the gear a bit just because I really can't get enough of it. The tone that you guys have, there's a bunch of different things. It's the guitars, it's amps, it's the style, it's the way that you play. And we all have, you can pick up a guitar and it's going to sound like you most of the time when you're good, and you are. However, it's not all that's happening. And I know everybody, well, hopefully they can see it in the full shot, but you run an interesting setup that I want to talk about, because when you told me about it, I went, oh, okay, man, yeah, whatever you want, but talk to me.
So I'm heavy duty on the wah pedal. It literally never comes off. So what I've done is I've got 2 amps, and we're not running stereo. We've got one that's just got all the wetness in it, and one that's dry. One that's clean all the time, one that's got all the effects through it, and then we blend those together with 2 mics. Sound man mixes them together for one sound.
Yeah, and well done, Brian. It's sounding great. So for those of you out there that aren't exactly up on that, it's a little bit different than stereo, where we might be running a left and right type of situation. In this case, it's literally 2 amps, 2 mics, pretty much leveled off and even running in to blend it into one thing, literally one thing, right?
So you don't have too much wah pedal. Otherwise, you're just going to get wah pedal, wah. With adding the clean in there allows you to, use the wah pedal a little bit better and not just blast everybody out with just wah.
I think the most interesting thing for me is the very unique tone that it creates when you're doing that, because it just sounds totally different, and it's you're owning it, man. Like it is crazy. And the guitar you choose to play is a lot of fun too, man.
Yep, Ernie Ball Access. I used to play an old Fender, and I saw these Ernie Balls and fell in love with them. They're just I play 9s, so everything's real slinky and nice and nothing's tight.
Yep.
It's just loosey-goosey.
Yep. I played 9s for a long time. Then getting onto a hollow body, it kind of forced me into 10s just for that tonal quality of that. But
so she's running 10s with a heavy top, 52s.
Ow!
So that's almost impossible for me to play with.
and you
like it like that.
A lot of people will rock a Floyd Rose, which is, for everybody out there, that's the tremolo or the bridge setup at the very back of it. So turn that on and go woo. Yeah, it's that thing. Yeah, it's that thing. And a lot of people don't use it to its full effect. And man, you sure seem to get it in there with what's going on.
Part of the plane, yeah, it's just part of my plane. This whole thing is just part. I'm I don't consider myself a very good guitar player, but when you add everything together, I can just about fulfill what you need.
Okay, however you need to justify
Yes,
that, man.
yes.
You're rocking a sweet band here. So, well, you know what? More music, please. Anyone got a song?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's a little different. This one's called So Far Back, and it seems like it's a little bit negative, but it's actually a very positive message.
It's a COVID
Absolutely.
message.
I can't wait.
You're so far back, we can't even see you. You're so far back, we can't even see you. You're so far back, we can't even see you. You're so far back, we can't even see you. So far back, you're like a light shining bright on the moon. The more that you think, you realize what you do. You're so far back, we can't even see you. You're so far back, we can't even see you. You're so far back, we can't even see you. You're so far back, we can't even see you. So far back, you're like a light shining bright on the moon. The more that you think, realize what you do. So far back, it's like a light shining bright on the moon. The more that you think, you realize what you do. You're so far back, we can't even see you. You're so far back, we can't even see you. You're so far back, we can't even see you. You're so far back, we can't even see you. You're so far back, you're like a light shining bright on the moon. The more that you think, you realize what you do. You're so far back, you're like a light shining bright on the moon. The more that you think, you realize what you do.
Yeah. You know, guys, why did that feel really personal to me?
Probably is. But,
No, it's got to be. So can we get a little personal? So I'm gonna start, and whoever gets to the mic first gets this one. So I want you to tell me something about you that maybe not everybody knows. I'll start first. I love kittens. I love to watch cat videos on YouTube all the time. Okay, now you. What do you got?
I like to help old ladies across the street. I mean,
Okay,
dude.
like that's the thing. You go out and you like actively pursue.
He helps me across the street sometimes when I can't
talking about
make it.
my band members.
Okay, next question. Next question, and whoever gets to the mic first. Like here, I want some stuff. Actually, I would like 4 mics on this one. Maybe all at once if you can do it. Tell me something that is that you've been listening to lately, or that's in your playlist, or in your whatever, however you consume music, that would surprise me. Oh, that's too long. Come on, you know?
I don't even have a playlist.
Okay.
Sarah Robinson Band. the Pubes.
Okay, yeah. Look.
David Lowery.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Aaron Jones. Have you heard of Aaron
okay,
Jones?
no.
Man, check this guy out.
Okay.
Guitar player, incredible. From the blues to metal to heavy like arena rock. Aaron Jones. It will blow you away. You
Okay.
can put it on his station and none of his songs sound the same. It's just completely different.
Okay, this is what
That
this
would
is
be-
all about. Like,
that would
find
be the
out
one
about
I
new
know,
stuff.
yes.
Okay, Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones.
I will. Hey, Studio B, can you write that up for me? Speaking of Studio B, anything happening out there in Chit Chat Land we should be aware of?
No, everybody's loving it. Sounds great. Woody is dancing in the kitchen with Deborah.
Hey, Woody.
Okay, yeah. Hi, Woody and
Woody.
Deborah. Thanks for dancing in the kitchen, man.
Woody.
Claire Lucy
Lucy.
says, "Hey, Dad."
Oh, is that your daughter, Chris?
That would be my daughter.
Okay. Claire, thank you for watching. Thanks for piping in.
Claire.
Really appreciate the
Paula
support.
Wee says, "Sweet, thank you. Sounds great." From Jim. I'm terrible at names. We'll just say thanks, Jim. And Danielle says, "Rocket." Me and Theodore are rocking out. Sharon
Yay.
is saying, "Love that."
We like all that.
Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Yes, no, thanks everybody for tuning in. So, another question for you before we lead into the next song. So, what has been your most important gig you've played, and why, or the most fun, important, fun? Like somebody pipe in on that one and eat your mic, Chris.
Yucca is always the most fun for me, but just because it's close and you go there and you can drink.
I think I had.
I guess that qualifies as important.
Last winter when we got spoiled at the Tempe Arts
Center for the Arts.
Because we got
the
to go
arts.
up high and,
That was a great
in the
show.
little bar up on top of the roof, and it's sunset, and it's really beautiful.
Yeah,
There we go.
That was the best one.
That
Yeah.
was really
Yes,
fun,
that
and
was
we
great.
invited
There
a
we
bunch
go.
of people and just had a great time.
We
No.
felt like somebody.
You are somebody.
Yeah.
You're somebody incredible. And I was expecting all of you to say this gig. But whatever.
Hey,
Whatever. Like
you were asking.
This
You were.
is the best
He was
room.
asking about the past. Okay. Now next month when we come back, if we're invited back, this will have been our most important gig.
Right.
This is definitely the best room.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is a lot of fun. That's for sure.
So, you know what? We will keep going on and on because, like I said, they have about 48 songs they want to play tonight. But let's go into the next one. I mean, geez, I'm loving it.
All right.
I hope this is coming off the same way to everybody at home because it sounds really, really cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to take a lead vocal on this one. So.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Losi.
songs. I take it in and I move right along. Hey, random camper, I'll pay you back. The movement I'll never fade to black. Don't disappear. I won't disappear. I got your number, it's crystal clear. Hey, Deja, Bummer, take a look over here. Your confrontation, I heard you say, I'm dropping out in a poolside place. Don't disappear. I won't disappear. And pops our vision right this way. We all collide in a murky kind of haze. The white water you feel about, I found tomorrow, gonna work it all out. Don't disappear. I won't disappear. You can't poke me, you can't see. You never tell me what's in front of me. I found these words, I let them dance. I don't miss out on what happens by chance. Don't disappear. I won't disappear. Don't disappear. I won't disappear. Don't disappear. I won't disappear.
Yes. Man,
Thank
you guys, it's not like you are having any fun out there. It seems kind of.
We're definitely not a fun band.
Yeah, no, it seems like you guys.
Sour.
Yeah, sour. You kind of suck. Which leads me into this next question for you. You guys all kind of seem like you're, angry and mad. You got a lot to get out. It doesn't seem like you get along at all. You know.
Why are you so sour?
Were you at practice last night? Holy mackerel.
What do you know?
Well, I'm good with cameras. I'm good. So, you guys obviously, I was gonna joke around and ask, do you guys really get along, or is this all fake? Are you doing it for the movies? Is this just a Hollywood act, or what? But you guys genuinely enjoy playing music together, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, and that's what I find music to be such an intimate process. I know I have this kind of argument with some of my bandmates. I need to be friends before I can play music, and there's probably a bunch of hangups on my end. Why that?
So do you guys remember playing with Jim King?
That's right.
Because he's wishing that, or guessing that he should have let Chris play the bass for Mojo Farmer.
Right?
And
Look how-
he would
Isn't he-
also like you to
He's
stop
so good.
he'd like you to also stop being so overtly sexual, please.
That one's directed at you.
So we have other farmers on the feed tonight? Is that what I understand? Ah, thank
Jim's
you.
on.
I was thinking about you and the Mojo Farmers, and I remember getting up. You always had the lap steel in front of you. You guys are playing. I remember you inviting me up, and you just unplugged the lap steel, shoved it into the back of my guitar, and man. Again, that was really one of the best sit-ins I've ever had. Getting to hang out with a proper band that was like, yeah, man, just go.
Oh, you're awesome. I mean, I love jamming. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you guys love jamming and doing it. Tons and tons of fun. Nice lead vocals, man. You're just pulling things out.
We made him sneak a little of that lap steel onto our album.
Oh.
Quite a bit of lap steel
Is that
on the album.
Yeah.
Just a little.
So?
But it's not. Yeah, it's.
That's great.
Speaking of the
Gonna
new
love it.
album, but Shane, did you have something to say? I didn't mean
No,
to interrupt.
really. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say the textures he used.
Well, he's
Can't wait to hear it.
yeah, he's really good at that
Man, he
thing.
is.
So we know that the first album is called Grasshopper, and we know that there's 7 other songs, and we know they're coming out in the summer. But is there a name?
There is not a name.
There isn't.
No.
Okay.
There is
How about-
maybe a name.
Can we make one up tonight, guys? Can we think one up? Like
Flying
what?
squirrel.
Okay, I like that. We can work with that.
It's kind of squirrel.
You know,
Flying Squirrel. I think Flying Squirrel Canal Road. Something like
Oh, I thought she
Oh,
said
no, that's-
divine squirrel.
the
I like
Woodworks.
that. I like that
The
better.
Woodworks are
they
coming out with
did.
some
They have a new album coming out, and it was Pig Canal.
Pig
I
Canal.
think, yeah,
okay.
I watched
so
that
we're
today.
gonna go with Squirrel.
Squirrel
Canal. I mean, you gotta outdo people. I mean, pigs are too big to be in canals. So,
But squirrels, they might be able to fly right over it.
I'm telling you.
Hydroplane. Hydroplaning squirrels.
Oh,
More,
man.
more tunes. Anyone? Anybody?
Sure.
Anybody?
Sure.
All right.
I think we might have 1 or 2 more.
Okay. 1 or 2 or 30. Yeah, whatever. We can argue about how many.
Right.
We can try this one, right? Checkerboard.
Oh.
Sure.
All right. I mean, yes, sir.
Absolutely, we can.
I hear we've got an argument going on.
Checkerboard. Everybody's on the dance floor. My hand, let funk begin. Now everybody's on the dance floor. 10 p.m. Let's understand. Everybody's on the dance floor. Drink it off and twist it.
Yes, nailed it.
Raise the roof. Yes,
That's
you
awesome.
guys did nail it. You did nail it. Were you worried that you wouldn't?
Nah.
Ah, that's the right answer. That is the right answer. You never say different.
Right.
So is that off
They
of?
just keep telling us not to dance everywhere. we
That
go.
is.
They're like, we can't dance. What?
And I was like, you know what? I almost wanted a mirror disco ball in here and to cut all the lights and just get it flashing.
man.
I was like, yeah, we could do that. Oh, yeah. We could, I'm actually thinking, I think that's a good idea. Bring a disco ball in here, get it rotating,
Yeah.
shoot some lasers.
That's a
and
great
Yes.
idea.
Make that happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is a great idea. I think I just got the mic in the shot, Brian, but that's okay. I need a microphone too.
Then a strobe light. Just turn the light.
Yeah, well, look, strobe light, fog machine. Like I'm not even joking.
man.
This has been
We
something.
could all lay down on the ground
Look-
and like play, look up at the ceiling.
So you know what?
That'd be awesome.
Don't joke with me because I've got a band that's great for laying on the ground and staring at the ceiling. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'm not even joking. I wouldn't joke about that because it's real. So let's go back a couple. Man, your glasses are really cool. I wear those things, and I take notice of good glasses. Those are nice. I like those.
These are my band goggles.
Keep the flying sweat out of your eye, right? From those squirrels, those canal jumping
Right.
squirrels.
Damn canal squirrels
Get a squirrel hair in
album
your
we
eye.
got coming out.
So we touched on gigs a little while ago. I want to kind of jump forward a little bit. What's the worst gig you've ever played? Yeah.
Anything at the Sun Club.
Oh,
For me. My
You mean
guitar
back-
string.
you
My
mean-
guitar string would break the beginning of every song.
So you mean the Sun Club back in the day?
Yeah.
You're going back a few. Like I'm not going to say the word I want to use, which is
We're probably talking
Stinky.
decades.
decades.
Yeah.
Decades.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Decades.
Mute their mics, Brian, but he's talking about decades ago, long time ago. So so Sun Club, you always broke
That
a
was
string.
probably my worst, yeah.
So that was just kind of some thing that was happening,
It
though,
just
right?
happened every time I played the Sun Club.
Yeah. No, I know
It
that.
was already in my head it was going to happen. And
Oh.
It happened every time.
Oh.
It
So
was
you did
one
it
of
to
those things-
yourself?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, totally. Okay. No, as long as we can, meet on that common ground, that's totally
Hey, I
fine.
was in a band where I learned how to break a string so that we could take a break. And then after that, every
That's how
time I
good she
played
is.
that song, I broke the fucking string.
And it's just the way that went
Yeah, that was
for
fun.
Forever, right?
Must have been the Sun Club juju.
It must have been. It's just blame Shane. I think
Okay,
we just
yeah.
it's all his fault.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it is a good idea. So how you guys feeling?
Good.
You feeling it?
Yeah.
The energy flowing? It's all happening? Sweet. You're doing a live show in front of thousands of
Bass
people.
solo.
Thousands of people.
Thousands.
Thousands.
That's right.
We're pretending that nobody's watching. That we're just in our living room.
We're just in the
I'm
living room.
sure
yeah.
nobody's even on there, so I'm not
Yeah,
believing
yeah.
any of this.
Well, you know
The
what?
camera's fake. Everything in here is fake. They just wanted to hear us.
We,
Pre-show.
Look, it is live music. And, we always talk about moving forward on our way back to sharing live music together. And this is what it's about. It's about the sense of community. It's about bringing it to the audience in a safe way. But I always go back to it's really important for the musicians, because if they don't have an outlet, if they don't have a place to perform, they might not have a reason to write another song if they can't really share it. And to give them that opportunity to get on stage and do all of that, then, where would we be? Would we be in the dark ages of arts? I mean, it sounds kind of dramatic when I say it out loud, but I feel it in my heart when I get into it. So, if anybody is out there that, wants to love on Tempe Sour, wants to love on the Wayback Sessions, that donation link is in the descriptions. Just saying. Anyway, Are you okay? Yeah, no,
I'm ready to
Shane's-
donate,
Like, there's
so
the tip
I got
jar.
my card number.
He's got my card.
I want to give you guys.
Well, you know what?
Don't let me leave without that.
There is the new Wayback Sessions intern. So if you want to give them your credit card information, we'll send it down the hall into Studio B, and I'm sure they can process
I could
that.
probably just read my number off. Right? Who's listening? Kat, are you listening? 44273.
You're good, man. I like that. Well done. Okay, next song. The credit card song.
This is actually one we wrote a long, long time ago.
Like
before
decades?
we were born.
Oh.
So someone else wrote it for us.
Someone had this queued up for
Well,
us.
I am intrigued. I can't wait for this.
Ready?
What you want to, everyone. Do what you want to. Let's have some fun. Do what you want to, everyone. Do what you want to. Let's have some fun. When you feel the music in your soul, don't you holler back, you gotta let it go. Move your body any way you know. Anyone can do it now. Out on the floor, let's have a real good time. Anything you do to divide the time. Ooh, if you knew you get in line. I'll funk in your funk while you funk mine. You're funky. You're funky with it. If you feel the music in your soul, don't you holler back, you gotta let it go. Anyone can do it now. We're on the floor. No one do it now. Down on the floor, let's have a real good time. Anything you do to divide the time. I am on you, you just get in line. Get in line. I'll funk your funk while you funk mine. You're funky. Get funky with it. Do what you want to. Everyone, do what you want to. Let's have some fun. Do what you want to. Everyone, do what you want to. Let's have some fun.
funk it?
We just funked
Did
it.
you funk it?
Ain't no time to funk around.
I heard some funking going on back there.
Maybe a little funky.
Yeah, there was a little bit of funking happen. I think even in the song I heard that you asked for it. Some funking.
Lot of funking.
A lot of funking going on. No, totally.
He funks, she funks, they all funk.
Yeah, and that's how the funk goes. Right?
Right.
So would I be wrong if I heard some, like, David Byrne, Talking Heads
Oh my
influences
God,
going back
we hear
into
that all the time.
Well,
Yay.
it's the delivery that Shane has. I think there's something about his vocal tonal quality that beckons back, and I hate to bring up other bands in this arena because
Yeah.
it's not like you're copying. It's not like but we're talking influences,
Right.
and these are the things that kind of drip through the volcanic ash into the DNA of us as musicians, and just kind of impart themselves on what you do, right?
And who is David Burns?
Well played. Well played.
George Burns' kid.
So we do have a little bit of love for the Talking Heads and David Byrne going back.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never owned one of the albums, but it's always been the
Some
same as it ever
CDs.
was.
Same as it ever was. Look, did you really have to own any of the albums to be like, inundated
I
with
do
that
have a
stuff?
big
Exactly.
suit though.
Next time, does it have the shoulder pads?
Yes.
You know what?
He hasn't mowed it in a while.
So you know what? Next time, I'll wear a suit if you wear a suit.
Yeah.
Will you all wear a suit if I wear a suit? Okay. Okay.
Right?
A bathing suit.
Oh, right. We didn't define that. We didn't define that. So,
Girls, are you
Striped
ready?
long one piece would be
hey, you know what? Whatever it is coming in the room. I hope that everybody. Yeah, I hope that everybody. It gets this feeling and vibe, and that it comes through. How much fun we're having, how much the live music is coming through, and it is. This is a warts and all. It is live. I mean, what happens, and if you've piped into past programs, you've seen. Ooh, things happen, camera down, you never know what's going to happen, and people crawling around the floor, the doors open, the spoons start happening, and you're like, hey, okay, well, I can't make this up. There's no way to plan that. But we have a lot of fun, and the bands, I think, have a lot of fun. I think.
Yeah.
I think we brought our forks. Yeah, we're gonna do the forks tonight. Chris Losey on the forks.
Okay.
Lead fork.
Lead fork.
Lead forker.
Lead forker.
Lead
That
forker.
damn lead forker.
Ramping it up a notch, from spoons to forks. Here we go. Okay, more music. More
Right.
music.
Yes.
Bands.
Right.
Right. This one's called Big John. I like what I do, and I do what I like, what I do. I like what I do, and I do what I like, what I do. Now some of my friends, they smoke a little coke. Now some of my friends, they snort a little coke. Now different strokes for different folks, but for me, I'm playing funky music all night long. That's what turns me on. All you sophisticated folks playing with your neon lights. Get it on every day. Big John is my name. Funky music is the name of the game. From the big city, specialized in the nitty gritty. Big John is my name. Funky music is the name of the game. From the big city, specialized in the nitty gritty. Playing my music from the honky tonk boys from the Maine, Mexico.
nitty-gritty. Big John is my name. Fucking music is the name of the game. From the big city. Specialized in the nitty-gritty. Specialized in the nitty-gritty. Specialized in the nitty-gritty. Big John is my name. Funky music is the name of the game. From the big city. Specialized in the nitty-gritty. Big John is my name. Funky music is the name of the game. From the big city. Specialized in the nitty-gritty. Specialized in the nitty-gritty. Specialized in the nitty-gritty. Specialized. 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 Yeah.
Wow, guys, another terrible song.
They're getting harder and harder.
Yeah, man, you guys really can't do any wrong. Is that where we're at?
No. We're doing good. It feels good. We were all scared and nervous, and of course, live's not like, live stream's a little bit different than live at the club.
Yeah, but I love it because everybody walks in a bit nervous, including me. And I think people, if we weren't, we'd be doing something wrong.
Right.
Like, I think that's kind of what sets that tone and makes us go, things are real.
Right.
It's happening.
It's a good nervous.
Yeah. So, we haven't heard much from you tonight.
Uh-oh.
I want to hear your voice more. Can you put the mic over closer to your mouth and let's chat?
Okay.
So I love drums.
Me too.
And my drummer with that beautiful set back there, he probably
gorgeous.
wants to hear from you as well.
Okay.
What do you think of the kit?
Oh, I love it.
It's working?
Beautiful, huh? It's working really well.
Everything sounds good in the head?
Everything sounds great. Yeah.
What are your influences?
Oh. My influences, I'm still stuck in with Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin and then throw in Clutch in there, some Melvins and it's a whole little.
Are any of those bad places to be stuck in?
I don't think
let's
so.
get real.
Right.
The real place is where you're at.
He's played in a lot of stoner rock
Yeah,
bands.
I played a lot of stoner rock type music in the past, so
Yeah.
I really enjoy
is
that.
good.
But
Good.
I really enjoy this.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of I just keep one thing that I touch on is the difference between the recording arts and the performance arts in what we do as musicians. And there's a big difference, in my opinion, between recording an album and playing out live. The way that it is approached, and very few people do I know that would look at that and go, oh yeah, no, we just go in and knock it out like that. So what do you guys think about that difference between when you walk into the studio? You've got these new records coming out. One's called Grasshopper, one's called Squirrel Canal. And
We're in trouble now. We've got some.
because there's thousands
Is
of
my
people.
phone ringing?
Yeah. No, you're going to be getting texts all night long about
Solo,
it.
we're sorry. Stan.
Yeah,
Save the squirrels. Save
But
the
see,
squirrels.
we love the woodworks, and that's the only reason that this is getting tossed out there for fun. They did
We
put
love the
out.
Woodworks too.
Yeah, they did announce their new album coming out.
Yeah.
It's their 10th anniversary. They've got a new record coming out, working on getting them in the studio. They've been kind of quiet and waiting for this to happen. So we'll see. We might get them on the
Another
show.
female
Yes.
guitarist. Woo.
Yeah. Support
Another
female
female
rockers.
guitarist.
Look,
Yeah.
really, the amount of female talent that keeps coming in. And if anybody watched last week, so that whole
Right.
Apache Lake Music
yeah.
Festival mini
great.
fest, that crazy thing that we pulled off last week. And I'm gonna say, yeah, you know what? Kudos to Brian Prostelski on the soundboard in Studio B, Kathleen
Brian.
Carter
Hey.
Thank you, Brian.
on the cameras in Studio B.
Cat.
That was a serious undertaking. But if you go back and you look at, speaking of the female talent, we had opening up with Elizabeth Rose. And if that didn't dial people between the eyes, when she laid back and started, woo, like I won't do it because it's beautiful and I don't want to do, disservice. But then, moving into Sarah Robinson, and you two ladies are here, and, maybe we'll get the Woodworks in here, and there's, it just keeps happening.
Yeah.
It is. The Pubes.
The
Look,
Pubes are
okay,
the
you
funnest
are
band.
you are
Oh,
way
they are so
into you are
fun.
way into the Pubes
They
in
would
that
be
shirt.
really into this.
I don't know the Pubes. I'm
They
just
are so
are
fun
they
to watch.
Are they in
they
town?
I don't know where they are lately. I haven't been on Facebook, but usually they record their, they'll have a little recording of them right before their practice, and
Yeah.
they're great ladies, and they talk great.
So
and
I
think it would be just perfect.
do
for
you
them in
know
here.
do you know those ladies?
We've played with them a few times. We do barely know them.
Look, if you can, and you when you walk out of here, and you can say anything you want right now, but when you walk out and the band sits down and goes, "Wow, that was a crazy show. I don't know if I had any fun." Or maybe you sit down and you go, "Wow, that was a crazy show, and we had a lot of fun." If that's what happens, maybe you reach out to them and go, "Hey,
Yeah,
ladies,
absolutely.
maybe you need to kind of check this out, and we'd love to have them on." There's
They would be a blast.
yeah, this is killer. I am like, there's nothing like hearing this live in right in front of your face. So, more songs, another song.
Okay.
Yep.
We got one more.
One more?
One more. Okay.
more right
okay.
now.
We got
And
one.
then
What
we'll
time
do-
is it?
It hasn't been 4 hours. It is not midnight, and we haven't hit 38
All right.
songs, but that's fine.
What time is it?
One more song. Yeah, it's almost like it's been about an hour and a half. Almost. No, it's cool.
good.
So you know what? Lay another tune on me. Let's take it from there, and we'll see what happens next.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
I usually break my bass string on this one.
I want to see that.
know me well. I'll scratch yours, you scratch mine. I know right where it's going down. At the watering hole, it's going down. At the watering hole, down. It's going down. It's going down. It's going down.
Yes! Look! I'm not even turning the camera around. Encore! Give it to me! Give it to me! What do you got next? One more! Please!
One more?
Please! One more! The sweat is dripping off your face. This is happening. This is real.
River.
Yeah, River. That's what I want.
This is the last one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having us at the way back. Thanks to Kat, Brian, and to Adam. Ladies and gentlemen, this one's called The River. She's a cool little baby and she's one of a kind. She's a whole lot of woman and she's all mine. She's the one, the two, unbuckle your shoes. She's the 3 and the 4, leave your clothes at the door. And a 327, but a 454. She's the kind of lady and I want more. I go down real easy like a wolf running loose, lost in the city. They go down, down, down to the river, down where the boys take the girls off and quiver. Howl at the moon, sour up your liver. Yeah, how'd you like? Get down and deliver. They go down, down, down to the river, down where the boys shake the girls off and quiver. Howl at the moon, sour up your liver. Yeah, how'd you like? Get down and deliver. They go down, down, down to the river, down where the boys take the girls off and quiver. Howl at the moon, sour up your liver. Yeah, how'd you like? Get down and deliver.
Yeah! Tempe Sour! Way back session!
Thanks for having us.
Oh! Everybody, I am really, I'm kind of disappointed this is ending, but at some point it has to. Everybody is sweating. Everybody is excited. So, you know, I like to go back and look at some of the tunes that they played, and unfortunately, They played so many awesome ones. I'm struggling to pick one out for this evening. So we will put together a highlight reel. I just don't know which one it's going to be. Please stick around. Next week, we're going to have Jim Bachman and the Day Drinkers on.
Nice.
Really excited about that
Awesome.
show. Yeah. And you know what? Brian and Kat don't know this, but we're going to kind of go back to something that we did a couple of weeks ago because I always lose it right here, about an hour and a half, 2 hours into it. And we're going to just throw on that center camera. I think tonight I might throw on a record. We're going to leave a couple of mics live, and we're just going to kind of let the night go away. This has been the Wayback Sessions. I'm Adam. That was Tempe Sour tonight. Brian, Kat, thank you for all the work, and cheers from the Outback. Woo! Woo! Oh, damn, guys! That's a wrap.
All right.
Here, I'm
Yay.
literally going to drop the needle on a record. And just like, just walk it out. Like, imagine. So, if anybody is out there watching, I don't know if there is a mic or if they can see us. If anybody is out there watching, like Jake, or Jason Campos, we're just putting on some music to wander out of the venue and kick the empties out of the way and wander to your car. Chill.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you, Adam. That was great.
Man, Shane, dude,
Awesome.
you fucking ripped it. Oh, hey. I'm not allowed to do that.
I know.
I might have.